Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. So about a week ago I posted a video to show a DVD from every year of cinema in my collection as far back as I could, and that was in response to a challenge from Plaid X2, and let's just congratulate Plaid X2. I know he's just reached his 1,000 subscribers, so well done to him. But yeah, I just thought, well, that was a bit of fun doing that, and I then got to thinking about, well, maybe I should go through my Laserdiscs and see if I can just do the challenge with those as well. Now, Laserdiscs stopped production in 2000 in North America. The last Laserdisc that was produced in North America was Martin Scorsese's Bringing Out the Dead. And so when it goes back to my Laserdisc collection, I can do the period from 1930 up until 1998 inclusive. Now, I do have 4 Laserdiscs before 1930. There's a couple of Buster Keaton's, there's a Douglas Fairbanks movie and a Charlie Chaplin, so I won't show those. I'll just start things from 1930, and all of the movies that I'm going to show you are going to be different to the movies that I showed in my DVD year by year. So please do check out both videos and just go and have a look at all of the other people that have been doing this challenge as well, their collections. It's just a bit of fun to go through this. Not so fun putting them all away though. Okay, let's go. 1930, and forgive the times for this one, but yeah, this is Amos and Andy in Check and Double Check. 1931, and we have the classic Dracula. 1932, Greta Garbo and John Barrymore in Grand Hotel. 1933, and it's Busby Berkeley's Gold Diggers of 1933. 1934, a classic John Ford, The Lost Patrol with Victor McLaglen. 1935, the wonderful James Whale film The Bride of Frankenstein with Elsa Lanchester. 1936, a bit of Harold Lloyd here, The Milky Way. 1937, and this is a wonderful John Ford film, The Hurricane, with some incredible hurricane effects in this film. It's really wonderful to see. 1938, Bette Davis and Henry Fonda in Jezebel. 1939, classic adventure with Douglas Fairbanks Jr. and Cary Grant in Gunga Din. 1940, Walt Disney's Fantasia, and I do have the big Laserdisc box set of this, but I wasn't going to get that out for this video. It'll take me ages. 1941, back with John Ford again, How Green Was My Valley. Great cover, this. 1942, and we've got Errol Flynn here in Gentleman Jim. 1943, a Val Lewton film, The Seventh Victim. Love this movie. 1944, Dick Powell as Philip Marlowe in Murder My Sweet, also known as Farewell My Lovely. 1945, the story of George Gershwin, Rhapsody in Blue. 1946, absolutely one of my favourite childhood films, Gregory Peck and Claude Jarman Jr. in The Yearling. 1947, a bit of Disney, fun and fancy-free. 1948, Robert Mitchum and Barbara Bel Geddes in Blood on the Moon. 1949, Kirk Douglas in the boxing drama Champion. 1950, Gene Kelly in Summer Stock. 1951, some classic science fiction produced by George Powell, When Worlds Collide. 1952, a classic swashbuckler with Stuart Granger, Scaramouche. 1953, filmed in CinemaScope, Robert Wagner in Beneath the 12-Mile Reef. 1954, what a classic, Creature from the Black Lagoon. 1955, love this movie, Doris Day and James Cagney in Love Me or Leave Me. 1956, Brigitte Bardot in Roger Vadim's And God Created Woman. 1957, The Three Faces of Eve. 1958, a childhood favourite, Russ Tamblyn in Tom Thumb. 1959, Yasujiro Ozu's Floating Weeds. 1960, Francois Truffaut's Shoot the Piano Player. 1961, both Clark Gable and Marilyn Monroe in their last film, The Misfits. 1962, got Charlton Heston in Diamond Head. 1963, classic Paul Newman in HUD. 1964, wonderful Walt Disney film with Hayley Mills, The Moon Spinners. 1965, Michael Crawford in Richard Lester's The Knack and How to Get It. 1966, miniaturized and travelling into the human body, Fantastic Voyage. 1967, classic Thomas Hardy adaptation, Far from the Madding Crowd. 1968, wonderful Burt Lancaster film, Frank Perry's The Swimmer. I'm hot doing this. 1969, classic Ray Harryhausen, The Valley of Gwangi. 1970, Sean Connery in Martin Ritz' The Molly Maguires. 1971, Twiggy in Ken Russell's The Boyfriend. 1972, Robert Redford and George Segal in The Hot Rock. 1973, Roy Scheider and that superb car chase in The Seven-Ups. 1974, Keith Carradine and Shelley Duvall in Robert Altman's Thieves Like Us. 1975, Don Johnson in the science fiction film A Boy and His Dog. 1976, Charlton Heston and John Cassavetes in an excellent 70s disaster film, 2 Minute Warning. 1977, Julie Christie in Donald Cammell's Demon Seed. 1978, a bit of Bruce Lee here in Game of Death. 1979, calm down guys, it's Bo Derek in 10. 1980, we've got Robin Williams and Shelley Duvall in Robert Altman's Popeye. 1981, superb performances from Jeff Bridges and especially John Hurd in Cutter's Way. 1982, Henry Winkler and Michael Keaton in Night Shift. 1983, we've got Bob Fosse's final film Star 80 with Eric Roberts giving the best performance of his career. 1984, Michael Paré in The Philadelphia Experiment. 1985, we've got Sam Shepard's Fool for Love, also with Kim Basinger. 1986, and the starting point for Spike Lee, She's Gotta Have It. 1987, bit of an uncommon one this. This is Rented Lips, directed by Robert Downey Sr. and starring his son, Robert Downey Jr., bearing his buttocks. 1988, Ben Kingsley in Pascali's Island. 1989, the Hal Hartley film, The Unbelievable Truth. 1990, Don Johnson and Virginia Madsen in Dennis Hopper's The Hotspot. 1991, comedic horror in Popcorn. 1992, nice film this from Carol Ballard, starring Matthew Modine, Wind. 1993, neat little thriller this with Madeleine Stowe and Aidan Quinn, Blink. 1994, Atom Egoyan's Exotica. 1995, Angelina Jolie and Johnny Lee Miller in Hackers. 1996, Stanley Tucci directs Big Night. 1997, Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman in Gattaca. And then finally for 1998, Alex Proyas, Dark City. Okay, so like I say, that's it. I haven't got anything for 1999, and Laserdiscs stopped in North America in 2000. I think in Japan it stopped in 2001. But yeah, so there you go. I just thought it'd be fun to show some other films that weren't in the DVD side of things. Just nice to see those covers, I think. So yeah, let me know your comments on those. Let me know what you think of those movies. Please do join me again for some more videos. I hope to see you again. All the best to you. Bye-bye.